Live. Bear with me, folks. Hold on. Hey everyone, I'm Paul, Mr. Cleveland Warren, living in the city of Cleveland, in the state of Cleveland, in the United States of Cleveland. I want to let you know tomorrow there's going to be a new Space Jam called Space Jam: A Living Legacy, a new legacy, or whatever. It has so it stars Bugs Bunny and Michael Jordan, and no, not Michael Jordan, LeBron James. Yeah, LeBron. The other number 23. The 23 that no one could care about. Actually, people do, but not really at the same time. Unfortunately, Pepe's not part of it, so that's why I'm not watching the movie. And I'm wearing a Back to the Future shirt because the director, Robert Zemeckis, made one of my favorite live-action / animated films. And that's the topic for today. Top 16 best live-action / animated films of all time. Now, you can even include CGI animated. I have a couple on here. Number 16, The Phantom Toll Booth. It was supposed to be released in 1969, but due to delays in MGM Studios and the animation department, which closed down afterwards, it got released 1 year later. But the concept is nice. It's based on the book, The Phantom Toll Booth, which I'd like to see. And it's directed in animations by Charles Monroe Jones. The same guy who gave us Roadrunner cartoons. Meep, meep. And as well as many Looney Tunes cartoons. He really was a genius. Chuck Jones. Yeah, that's his name. Number 15, Rock-a-Doodle. Mostly animated, but I will say it wasn't a bad film. And it stars Dee Wallace, the mom from E.T. in the live-action scenes. And actually, known fact, I got to meet her at Goularty Fest. And I'm hoping to go there this Halloween weekend if they have it. It's a great event. And it's going to be in Independence this year. So, yeah. And that's Rock-a-Doodle. And it's about a boy who becomes a cat. And it's a rooster who has to pretend to be Elvis. We can't go on like this and suspicious minds. Oh, hey there. Hey, what's the hair? Hey, what's the hair, man? Yeah, that's the concept of Rock-a-Doodle. He becomes Elvis, and he has to, and the owl antagonist. Number 14, Sonic the Hedgehog. I'm going to have to give this film some credit because it stars Jim Carrey and also features some actually good CGI animation. I will admit it's not bad of a film. Meow. So yeah, that's number 14. Number 13, The Incredible Mr. Lippet, starring Don Knotts. Oh Lord, what's going on here? Yeah, that's Don Knotts. So yeah, that's another fun film. Mr. Lippet turns into a fish, and he stops World War II. No, he fights in World War II, something like that. Yeah, that's what happened in the film. Number 12 is Osmosis Jones. Now, this movie is an interesting film. And it has the voice of Chris Rock. It's one of those movies that really combines the live action parts as well as the animation parts. It's a great rarity. Yeah, it's a must watch. Number 11, Small Soldiers. The voice acting is great, and this is one of Phil Hartman's posthumous films, because he died shortly after the film's release. So, I don't know who stars in it, but like you have these military soldiers who have to win, and the monsters who have to lose, and it's sorry, excuse me. It's a great film. Number 10, James and the Giant Peach. I don't know who directs the film, but it's very Tim Burton-ish. It's probably the same guys who gave us Nightmare Before Christmas. And it starts off live action, it ends live action. In between, it's animated. So yeah. Number 9, The Page Master. I put this in as a sorbet just to clear a palate, or whatever that means. You know, starring Macaulay Culkin as a kid who sees these 3 animated books. You know, one's adventure, one's fantasy, one's horror, and it co-stars it has Christopher Lloyd in it as well. It's probably one of Macaulay Culkin's last films before he started to reach his child, becoming a teenager. Well, I hope you're liking this show as well as me making the show. So we have other shows on the Warner Brothers Broadcasting Network. So click, like, subscribe, get notified. And my bell shrunk. Number 8, Heavy Traffic. This is one of those live-action animated combos, directed by Ralph Bakshi. Before Cool World, he had Heavy Traffic. And I will say this, Bakshi really was screwed over after Cool World, because he wanted it to be restricted, and it should have been restricted, R-rated. But, that's Hollywood for you. Number 7, Enchanted. I heard this movie's good. There's like some animation parts, some live action parts. I heard it's a must see, and I gotta see it. So sorry. Sometimes there's some films I don't see or rarely saw or what have you. Okay, number 6, Bedknobs and Broomsticks. 1971 animated film, which stars Angela Lansbury, and the animated parts are the ocean scene as well as the soccer scene. And this is one of the few times that during the 70s that America got a taste of football, and the one that they actually play with your feet, not the one that smash was like, touchdown, got a touchdown. Not that kind of football, but I heard the Browns are going to be a good team this year. I hope for the best. Cleveland Indians, I don't know. Cleveland Baseball Club, Cleveland Spiders, I don't know. Number 5, Anchors Away. Now, hear me out with Anchors Away. The Tom and Jerry scene, that was the best part. Gene Kelly dancing with Stewie Griffin. Oh, no. Gene Kelly dancing with Jerry. He doesn't dance with Stewie Griffin. I know it's a little bit of a road to insert name here. That's what I misspelled Family Guy, the road to insert name here. So that's Anchors Away, and Sinatra's in it, but he doesn't dance with Jerry. He probably would not have liked that, but actually, from what I heard, Paula Abdul got inspired with the Opposites Attract. Like, she's dancing with the cat. She was inspired by that film, Anchors Away. Number 4, Space Jam. I know what you're thinking. It's a guilty pleasure of mine. It really is. because 25 years ago, Michael Jordan was back at his A game again, and he had Scottie Pippen, he had Dennis Rodman, and then he had Looney Tunes characters. Like, I know people called it a giant commercial, but this is one of those films with Bill Murray returns in this again. I would mention Life Aquatic, but
Wait, Space Jam?
yeah, that's number 4.
I don't think Scottie Pippen and Dennis Rodman were in that.
They were not. I'm just saying that during the Chicago Bulls time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, Charles. Yeah. So I'd rather watch that than Space Jam: A New Legacy. Number 3, Mary Poppins. This is this. Like, even though there's just like one part of live action animated segment where Dick Van Dyke's dancing with the penguins, but I'm gonna have to say that it has a great cast in it. It's got Julie Andrews, of course, which would later be in the film The Sound of Music. The hills are alive with the sound of music. And Dick Van Dyke, or who was on the Dick Van Dyke Show, or as I like to call it, the Bleep Van Bleep Show, for obvious reasons. And it also stars Edwin. Oh my! He's the one who's floating in the air and keeps going up and down. And Arthur Treacher plays the police officer. And from what I heard, there's only one Arthur Treacher's standalone, which is in Cuyahoga Falls. Yeah, the one Garfield is closed, and one left. Unless if you go to Nathan's, yeah. Number 2, Who Framed Roger Rabbit, starring Bob Hoskins and Christopher Lloyd, and Kathleen Turner plays Jessica. I'm not bad. I'm just drawn that way. Please. Yeah, this is why I'm wearing the Back to the Future shirt, because it stars. It's directed by Robert Zemeckis. This and Roger Rabbit and Forrest Gump, Bubblegum Shrimp. Yeah, so I hope you didn't mind I started without you.
I don't care.
Hell, because I think it would have preferred to do It's Wonderful Life with me anyhow.
It's fine.
Okay, I know. But I got some honorable mentions as well. Fun and Fancy Free, because there's a scene where the giant opens up the house, and yes, the guy who does Charlie McCarthy, his voice, and yeah, and then there's Melody Time, which the Blame It on Samba scene. That's Jose Carioca, Donald, and like, what's interesting? Once they get drunk, they have fun. It's like they're blue in the beginning, because and then so. Thank you, Disney. You turned this on to drugs and alcohol, because Peter Pan, Coke, you fly, and taking, or Alice in Wonderland, major acid, and I don't know, or again Dumbo, Sing Pink Elephant. So yeah, Dangerous When What? The Tom and Jerry scene. Where I think her name is Esther Smith, who's a swimmer.
Mm-hmm.
And that's like the most memorable scene in that film. And also, in some ways, the Pink Panther series is kind of live action animation combo, because in the end, you see the Pink Panther, and actually the Inspector Clouseau part more than likely. I am Inspector Clouseau, and you are under arrest. And me and Mark were debating on, is Life Aquatic live action animated or not?
Right, because that's something for you viewers to tell us your opinions on that, because I don't really think it is. There's some really cool effects in it that I would say are probably animated, but there's no real animated scenes in it. It's just that a lot of the fish and stuff look hand-drawn 2D or something like that.
Yeah, so Yeah, so here's my favorite live action / animated movie of all time, The Three Caballeros, which is actually, in some ways, the first live action animated film out there, outlasting around 70 minutes. And has Donald Duck's birthday. They go to Brazil and Mexico, and I already mentioned that Carmen Miranda's sister Aurora's in it. And,
Aurora Miranda.
Yeah, Aurora Miranda.
I'm gonna read you your Aurora Miranda rates.
Well, that's it for the top 16 on that. So next week I will review my 16 favorite Hanna-Barbera tunes. I may do that solo if that's okay, Mark.
It doesn't matter to me.
Okay, I just like doing this stuff alongside with you because
I'm just such a ball of energy and emotion.
you just woke up, so
I sleep weird hours.
yeah. So that's all for that episode. I'm Paul Mr. Cleveland Warren, living in the city of Cleveland, in the state of Cleveland, in the United States of Cleveland. Talk to you later.
And we're clear.